French President Emmanuel Macron is arriving today for his two-day India visit. He will land in Jaipur for meetings with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The Indian External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaipur and Rajasthan Chief Minister will welcome Macron at the airport. Macron and Jaipur will hold a meeting at Jaipur's Amer Fort. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is expected to reach Jaipur around 4:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. After a brief meeting at the Jantar Mantar Observatory, they will reach the iconic Hawa Mahal for tea, followed by a road show in the city. Prime Minister Modi and French President Emmanuel Macron are expected to reach Delhi on Thursday night, and Macron is the chief guest at this year's Republic Day parade in New Delhi. A 95-member contingent from the prestigious French Foreign Legion will be marching at the parade on the Kartavya Path on Friday. The French Foreign Legion will also have volunteer soldiers from other nations serving in France and abroad. The celebrations will feature 2 French Rafale fighter jets and a French transport aircraft. Last year, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi was the guest of honor at the Bastille Day parade in Paris. Macron follows in a list of French leaders since 1976 who have been chief guests at the Republic Day parade. They include Prime Minister Jacques Chirac in 1976 to President Nicolas Sarkozy in 2008. French President François Hollande was the chief guest in 2016 Republic Day parade. Macron's visit is expected to include meetings with business leaders from various sectors like pharmaceutical, auto, space, energy and hydrogen industries. France is keen on increasing cooperation with India in space and nuclear sectors as well. Now, to discuss this with us, we have with us Siddhant Sibal, our principal diplomatic correspondent. Siddhant, thank you so much for joining us. Of course, I want to begin by asking you about the schedule for Emmanuel Macron's visit, who will be landing in Jaipur today, where he is expected to have tea with Prime Minister Narendra Modi at the iconic Hawa Mahal as well. What can you tell us?
Well, today will be a day of color. He will be, of course, welcomed by the top leadership of the state of Rajasthan and External Affairs Minister. But essentially, there will be camels, elephants all through the road, all through the places where his entourage will be going. He will be going to 3 places, basically the Amber Fort. He will be going to Jantar Mantar, and he will be going to Hawa Mahal, where we know that he will be using UPI as well. In fact, the WION team is en route to Jaipur right now, and we will be giving all the ground reports from the city, the Pink City. And of course, the big focus has been to put the best foot forward for the visiting French president. This is a city which is known for its culture and its civilization, and we know that when the entire culture bit is over, the Indian Prime Minister is going to meet the French President. Now, as you pointed out, that he has been invited for the Republic Day parade. So essentially, tomorrow he will be in Delhi, where, of course, he will be witnessing the Republic Day parade. But key announcements also expected in terms of how both countries have convergences. Defense, space, strategic partnership, people-to-people relationship have been key elements of this relationship. And the big focus has been, when it comes to this entire visit, to further strengthen the bilateral relationship between these two countries, who have seen a lot of positive developments. Remember, last year, the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi was in Paris for the Bastille Day parade, where the Indian Rafales flew in the fly past, and the Indian contingent was also present. This time, it is the French Foreign Legion which will be marching at the Kartavya Path. 2 Rafale fighter jets taking part in the fly past.
Right, Siddhant. In fact, I was just going to come to that. And also, you spoke about areas of cooperation here. From what I mentioned earlier, France is keen on increasing cooperation with India in the space and nuclear sectors as well. Can we expect any concrete announcements on this?
Well, as of now, it looks like 50% of the announcements will be made in Jaipur today, and the rest of 50% will be made in Delhi. Now, essentially, when it comes to the Jaipur bit, the announcements which we expect could be from various sectors, including in the museum sector. Now, India plans to build a grand museum here in national capital Delhi, in which the French side is expected to make announcements. The Louvre Museum in Paris is something that is iconic, so the French support is something that is much appreciated. But all in all, when it comes to this visit, we could see announcements related to defense bit as well, which is something that has been ongoing. France-India relationship in the defense has been one of the key pillars of this partnership. We know that there have been talks about the Rafale Marine for the Indian Navy, and for that the DAC has been given by the Indian side. Now, essentially, this is something of a commercial bit, but this is something that is ongoing. When it comes to nuclear, Jaipur nuclear power plant is something that has been in talks for many years now. I do not see major announcement during this visit regarding the Jaipur nuclear power plant project, but over some weeks and months, we can see progress being made.
All right. Well, Siddhant, thank you so much for bringing us the latest on this. Of course, the roadshow is expected there as well. We'll, of course, be in touch with you for all the developments there in Jaipur. Thank you so much.